just the last month when one American life was lost at the hands of Iranian-backed militias. President Donald Trump launched the first air strikes against those militias in the last 10 years. And when militants stormed our embassy in Baghdad on New Year's Eve, this president sent in the Marines. And he said, no more Benghazis. And when American lives were threatened by the most dangerous terrorist in the world, President Donald Trump took action, and Qasem Soleimani is gone. And thanks to the skill and heroism of our military on the ground, despite their missile attack, no American casualties, and Iran is standing down. That's what leadership looks like, Iowa. That's the strong leadership of President Donald Trump. So we've stood for a strong national defense. And I have to tell you, as the proud father of a United States Marine, I couldn't be more proud to be vice president to a president who cares so deeply about the men and women of our armed forces and their families. And that includes our veterans. President Donald Trump has stood with Americans, veterans, as never before. As I trolled a rally of veterans today in Council Bluffs, thanks to President Trump's leadership, we're finally giving our veterans access to the real-time, world-class health care that you earned in the uniform of the United States. Veterans' Choice is now available for every veteran in America. Thank you. And last year, President Trump eliminated every last penny of student debt owed by permanently disabled veterans. With a stroke of a pen, he wiped out $750 million owed by 25,000 heroes across our nation. So we've stood with those who serve and those who serve, the heroes who kept our nation safe. But this president knows that national security starts with border security. And under President Trump's leadership, we've made historic investments in border security. Apprehensions on our southern border are down by 70%, and we've already started to build that wall on the southern border of the United States. Oh, we're building it. And the first 100 miles are already done. And to support the rule of law, this president has stood every day with the men and women who serve on the thin blue line of law enforcement, and we always will. And to uphold the rule of law, President Trump kept the word that he gave to the people of Iowa and this country. As I stand here today, this president has already appointed more than 180 principled conservatives to our federal courts at every level. And I'm here to tell you, they are all principled conservatives who will uphold all the God-given liberties enshrined in our Constitution, like the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, and the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. It's true. And I say from my heart, I couldn't be more proud to serve as Vice President to a president who stands without apology for the sanctity of human life. President Donald Trump is the most pro-life president in American history. So it's about security. It's about liberty. It's about our values. And it's about three more things. Under this president, it's about jobs, jobs, jobs. I mean, from the first day of this administration, President Trump went to work to revive the American economy. We worked with great leaders representing this state in Washington, D.C., like Senator Chuck Grassley and Senator Joni Ernst. We cut taxes across the board for working families and businesses large and small. This president's actually cut more red tape already than any president in American history, and we unleashed American energy. This year, America will be a net exporter of oil and natural gas for the first time in 70 years. Amazing. And from day one, this president's fought for free, fair, and reciprocal trade that puts America first. And thanks to the president's leadership, this economy is booming. Since Election Day 2016, businesses large and small have created 7.1 million new jobs, including 18,000 good-paying jobs right here in the Hawkeye State. Unemployment has hit a 50-year low. The stock market is soaring, and there are more Americans working today than ever before in the history of this country. And wages are rising all across the board. You know it, you see it at your place of work. And what means the most to the president in me is that wages are rising most rapidly for hard-working, blue-collar Americans. The forgotten men and women of America are forgotten no more. And with the strong help of Iowa's former governor, now Ambassador Terry Branstad, President Trump's been building on that success. We just signed a Phase 1 deal with China that will increase agricultural exports by more than $40 billion. And yesterday on the South Lawn of the White House, you saw it, building on all the momentum in this economy. President Trump signed the largest trade deal in American history. Thanks to the president's leadership, NAFTA ended yesterday, and the USMCA is here to stay. It's a big win. It's a big win for American jobs and American farmers. I mean, the truth is, thanks to President Trump's leadership, with the strong support of Iowa's conservative leaders in Congress and all of you, in 3 short years, we've made America great again. But to keep America great, Iowa, we need you to decide right here and right now that Iowa's going to vote for 4 more years of President Donald Trump in the White House. We got to do it. That's the idea. I mean, think about it. 4 more years means more jobs. 4 more years means more judges. 4 more years means more support for our troops. And it's going to take at least 4 more years to drain that swamp. Oh, we're draining it. You know, the choice in this election couldn't be clearer. And I don't have to tell you all here in the Hawkeye State, stakes couldn't be higher. Today we have a president who loves this country, who stands by our military, our workers, and our freedoms. He never quits, he never backs down, he believes in you, and he fights for you every single day. It's true. And then you got this crowd of Democrat presidential candidates running around Iowa these days. Man. I mean, I don't know if you saw that debate in Des Moines the other night. I didn't. I watched the reruns. I mean, I figured there's a vice presidential candidate in there somewhere, right? You know, those people were standing so far on the left, I thought that stage was going to tip over. You know, the remarkable thing, you deserve to know that every single one of the Democrats on that debate stage actually criticized the president's decision to take out Qasem Soleimani. Bernie Sanders called the president's decision, in his words, quote, assassinating a government official. Well, I got news for Bernie Sanders. Soleimani was not some government official. He was a terrorist, and President Donald Trump was right to take him down. I mean, I don't have to tell you here in Iowa, you see it every day. Today's Democratic Party has been taken over by radical leftists who want higher taxes, open borders, late-term abortion, and openly advocates socialist policies that would crush this economy. And worst of all, after 3 years of endless investigations, the Democrats in Congress actually voted to impeach our president. They sent those articles of impeachment to the Senate, where they're being considered, even as we speak. You know, what the Democrats in Washington are doing in the Senate is a disgrace. They rushed their partisan impeachment through the House in a shameful attempt to overturn the will of the American people. And I got to tell you, I think Democrats are trying to run down this president because they know they can't run against this president. I think Democrats are trying to impeach this president because they know they can't defeat this president in November of 2020. But don't worry about it. House Democrats had their say in December. Senate Republicans are going to have their say real soon. But don't forget, come November, you're going to have your say when you vote to send President Donald Trump back to the White House for 4 more years. You know, despite 3 years of nonstop resistance, I can tell you firsthand, I've seen it every day. my friend, our president, has never stopped fighting for you. But now, Iowa, it's our turn to fight for him. It's on. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, President Donald Trump is a real deal. He's a man who says what he means and means what he says. He gets up every day and fights to keep the promises that he made to the people of this great state and the people of this nation. So in every day that remains between now and Election Day this November, and in those caucuses, come this next week, I want you to bring your enthusiasm. Keep voicing your support. Keep telling your neighbors and friends all that we've accomplished under the leadership of President Donald Trump. And have confidence. You know, in 2016, it was all about we were out there campaigning, talking about what this president could do for this country. Now, men and women of Iowa, we can talk about what we've done. So go tell the story to your neighbors and friends in living rooms, places of worship and work. Just tell them everything you heard tonight, everything you're about to hear tonight. And in these divided times, have faith. Have faith in this president whose drive and heart and vision have made America great again and will make America greater than ever before. Have faith in this president. Have faith in our fellow Americans, that when we tell our neighbors and friends about everything we've been able to do, bringing this country back to the ideals and principles and practices that have always made America strong and secure and prosperous, that the American people will rally to our cause in 2020, just like they did in 2016. And lastly, if you're of a mind to bow the head and bend the knee from time to time, I'd encourage you to exercise that kind of faith too. You know, in these divided times, I believe in those ancient words that Americans have clung to in much more challenging times than we could possibly imagine. That if his people, who are called by his name, will humble themselves and pray, he'll do like he's always done in the long and storied history of this country. He'll hear from heaven, and he'll heal this land, this one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So pray for America. Pray for all the American people. So it's been great to be with you tonight. I'm going to get off the stage because the man is in the building. And I know he can't wait to get out here. But I leave here today with renewed confidence. A great day in Iowa, a great night with you. I know that with your continued support, with strong leaders like your great governor, with those two great senators, your representatives in Washington, with allies in your state house, and with all of your enthusiasm, and with God's help, I know we're going to deliver another great victory for the American people in November of 2020. We're going to keep on winning. We're going to keep America safe. We're going to keep America strong. And with President Donald Trump in the White House for 4 more years, we will keep America great. Thank you, Iowa. God bless you. God bless America. Let's go get it done.